Greetings and welcome to the Mythos Mystery Society presents Cyberpunk 2020 Firestorm, Chapter 2, Fish Out of Water, brought to you by Schmuckies. Schmuckies, it's a howlin' good time. Which I guess is the competition that got won the last time I streamed randomly playing PlayStation 5 games. Thank you, Jason. We have new Schmuckies sponsorship because the old guy quit or died mysteriously. So the way it works now is somehow, I don't know how Twitch works, but I made it so that if you put 1,000 points or whatever they are, you can pitch what we say as far as the Schmuckies slogan goes at the end of the game. And yeah, with that, we found a new room in the Schmuckies Mystery House. I opened up this weird door that was attached to the bathtub, and it went into this weird room with a bunch of VR headsets, and now here we are in Night City. I'm Dave. I'll be our referee for tonight. And with that, and I go by he, him pronouns. And with that, I will toss it over to Emma, who's on my left.
Hello, I'm Emma. You can find me at MK Hansen on Twitter, but I don't really use it there because Twitter is garbage. And I use she, her pronouns. And today I am playing Lex, who is the solo of the group. Maria.
Hello. I'm Maria. I use they and she pronouns. I can be found on the internet at Happy Capster. And I am playing Zed Baptic, who also uses she and they pronouns and is the media of the group. I'll throw it over to Jason.
Danke. My name is Jason, playing the aptly named Jason. I am a netrunner. I use he, him pronouns, and we'll see how much homelessness I pull off today. We'll go to Tom.
Hey, I'm Tom. I go by he, him, and you can find me on most things as Tab Bruno Author. And I'm playing Rocker Boy Kip Armitage. And it's been a little while, so I'm going to need to refresh my memory on some of this stuff. But I'll flip it over to Ty.
I'm Ty. I use he, him pronouns. You can find me at Twitter. I'm at Ballroom Brawler. I'm playing Kels Woodward, who also uses he, him pronouns and is the nomad for this game.
The Nomi. Alrighty, and as a quick refresher of what happened last time, well, we had a side scenario, but I'll kind of leave that to Lux and Zed to divulge how much gets brought up, because it's like a deeply personal thing for their two characters. So I'll leave that for them to divulge how much they want to show up in this episode. But as far as what happened on the last chapter, where everybody was involved, is you all stormed a high-rise because you found out where the netrunner that was attacking Beacon Apartments was doing it from. You figured out it was Suki, which is one of Zed's old friends, who's now a major enemy, who's doing this because Sino paid them a lot of money to do it, but also paid them with information of a friend that they were trying to find together. And it turns out Zed accidentally got this person killed by making a report of how this guy screwed up, and his gang ended up killing him for that information because they figured out he was the one to blame for the screw up. With that, Suki was essentially arrested because you brought her to Rockwell PMC. And then from there you had Christmas. And that kind of brings us to January 2022. Happy New Year, Chumbas. Beacon Apartments is now further along in its militarized development. And while the tenants feel safer, some have become worried about the Militech upgrades. And even some tenants have moved out as a result. But due to the circumstances, it's unfortunate, but that's the price you pay when you found yourself sucked into a corporate war. Zed, you awake to an email from Casper. It's titled, "Got a job for you." As you stir awake, you get caught up on the usual IHAG shit. Which your radio kind of goes off and goes, "That was Samurai's A-Like Supreme, hopefully waking you the fuck up at home." And with that, we're going to check in with Zuck to see just what the fuck is happening. Hey, Zuck, what the fuck is happening? Well, you remember that shit that went down around Christmas last year, right, my man? The Sino attack on that cargo sub in LA, and the small battles that broke out in Southern California, and that whole debacle with that high-rise right here in Night City. That's apparently all water under a bridge, Amanda Russell, the CEO of OTEC, has recently announced that she wants to end the wasteful violence of the past 3 weeks. You saw that big press conference, right? Well, I hear it's all for show, and OTEC is gearing up for something big, something to persuade some of the remaining IHAG investors to switch sides. I hear these big plans even include hiring Morgan fucking Blackhand as a consultant. I don't know about you, but Morgan, Solo of Fortune Blackhand, is only good at consulting about one thing, and that's busting skulls. Shit's getting real scary out there, and I hope all you listeners stay alert and don't get caught up in the nonsense yourselves. But hey, that's just my opinion, baby. And with that, hey, Zed, where do you wake up?
How far? This is New Year's, right?
This is January. I want to say probably around like January 10th-ish.
Okay. I probably wake. I wake. I think I would have, with their consent, woken up in Lux's room.
So yeah,
Very
that radio
early.
probably goes off on your like internal ticker kind of thing.
Oh, it for sure is not set like if it's a radio, it's not. It's like
It's
it wakes.
blasting.
Yes, it is audible for all. And it's like that moment of just like flailing arms trying to turn it off, even though I don't have to do anything with my arms to turn it off. Just trying to find the off switch.
The best is I didn't sing it or anything, but technically you woke up to Alex Supreme by Samurai, not the news report. So it's like you're
That's what it
sleeping
was,
and then all of a sudden, Jules!
Oh my god. Yeah. There's definitely just like limbs everywhere. I probably fall out of the bed.
What time is this?
What time do you want it to be?
If it's an alarm going off, it's probably around 8 a.m.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I think Lux will like very slowly roll around.
I'll peek up over the bed. Sorry.
What the fuck was that? Excuse you.
That's Rick. Rick is in Lux's room.
He's
I was about to say,
hanging
is
out.
Rick
He's
there?
knocking my candy off my counters.
I will just kind of like, even though you're awake, just kind of like, sorry. And just like tiptoe and grab my stuff, and I'm gonna go back up to my room.
And to be
My apartment.
just to be super clear to everybody, not necessarily you two, but everybody who's listening, this has been a couple weeks since the Zed and Lux solo episode. So this is like an ongoing thing. This isn't the very next morning or anything like that.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Isn't there, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't there usually a lot of people but uglies in Lux's apartment? So
Sometimes.
Would Zed's
Sometimes.
alarm wake up everybody?
Well,
That's
Lux, how many
assuming,
people are
yeah,
in that
that's
room?
assuming
I'm just throwing it out.
It's just me and Zed.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
It would be funny if like an army of people just woke up all at the same time.
What? Yeah, one
fuck.
person that just goes, Alex Supreme!
And a duck. And one duck.
And one duck.
Yeah, I don't think, I feel like everyone would have seen Zed coming in and out, but Zed wouldn't have explained anything. Just like, would see somebody in the hallway and be like, hey, head upstairs. Yeah. Probably passes by like, I don't know, passes by like Jed in the hallway, just like waves and goes upstairs.
Jed's like covered in blood, just standing at the end of the hallway, ushering the next person in
The next
behind the counter. And he just goes, but he has like a doctor's mask on and he looks horrifying, says nothing, just raises his hand, then disappears behind the curtain.
Cool. Awesome. I'm going to just go and take a shower and get, I don't know.
If you want, because your emails are on your eyes while you're showering, you could read the
Oh,
email.
Yeah. I'll get caught up on everything.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna send it to you on Discord. So you could feel free to read it to the entire group of Beacon. While you're taking a shower, I guess I can ask what everybody else is doing. Lux, you sounded like you were taking a snooze.
I was. I was snoozing. I think after Zed leaves, she probably like lies there for a moment. What did we, Zed? Did we do anything last night? Did we go sick? Did we go anywhere?
10th base. Cyberpunk.
I don't know what that means, but yep.
It just means there's a lot more bases in baseball and Cyberpunk.
Sure.
Baseball is really hard to watch.
It takes forever, like longer than usual.
The worst.
I don't think we necessarily. Well, you said it was like beginning-ish of January. It's not like New Year's Day or anything, right?
No, yeah, it's
Okay.
at least a week or two into January by now.
Okay. Probably nothing. I can't think of anything like super specific. We could have. Do you think we went anywhere?
I think based on us probably not having had a job for a while, we probably didn't, because if I think there's a job coming, I don't do anything.
Okay.
So I think then she's just gonna look at the clock and probably wake up and like go for a run.
Taco guy.
Oh, I'm gonna go for a run and then grab a taco.
Yeah, you walk out of the you come jog out of the house with all your jogging gear on, and Taco guy goes, "I'll get you
All
on the
my
way
jogging
back."
gear. That's nice of you to think I wear any.
Well, jogging gear. I didn't say it's the same. It might be the exact same thing as your sleeping gear, but
Good call.
it's okay if it changes names. What is Kells doing?
Kells, I think, wakes up in the garage next to his bike as he has spent the last 2 weeks enhancing it quite a bit.
Oh, nice. I guess as you wake up, Micah's like working on the undercarriage of something. You can just see his lower half underneath.
And I'll put a tarp on it and go upstairs to shower.
Like as
clean
you
in
shut the
Beacon
door, you
Apartments.
just see Micah, like he's got one of his hands is like a little bit further away from him. He's like, Kels, could you...
Get
Kels!
over.
Kels! So you said you're going up, what?
Yeah, I'll go to shower. Yeah.
Oh, to your room, yeah. Kip,
Is Rick with me? I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened in the solo episode.
Rick's with you.
Okay.
Yeah, Rick's in
Yeah.
your
Okay.
room.
Well, we're already awake because we don't really sleep.
You would have gotten an email from Zed, though. The day after Christmas, probably.
What would it have notified me?
It is an update to your lease. And in it states...
So Rick got a
Oh, no. It was an
email.
addendum for you. That you're required to change out the pool water that Rick stays in
I'm very
at
glad you
least
mentioned that.
twice a week.
I'm very glad you mentioned that because it's been 4 weeks since I've changed the pool water
Yeah.
It's
that
been
I'm currently
4
sitting in
Years.
with Rick. I'm currently sitting buck naked in the water with Rick. He's floating in front of me, and I'm playing my guitar, and I'm writing a new song. I kissed a schmuck and I hated it. Rick, what do you think?
When Rick's just kind of like,
Yeah, maybe try something else. Turn down for schmuck. That's what I'm doing right now. So somebody could interrupt me at any point if they want.
Jason, what are you doing?
That's perfect, because I'm going to be interrupting Kip.
The usual
hold on.
interrupting
Well,
of Kip.
I'll give you something to interrupt. It's like, I came in like
So-
schmuck.
And I'm going to start knocking.
Rick, are you expecting any visitors?
Rick just kind of looks over at the door. He jumps excitedly out of the door and walks over to the door. Somehow the door opens for you, Jason. It doesn't. It's unclear. Like it's just,
It's vague.
It comes to the outside of the door, and the door just
I
opens.
was about to say that.
Well,
You see it open from
Rick
outside.
like looks up at you and then just kind of like somehow looks a little sad and then walks back over to the kiddie pool.
Well, I'm going to... Wait, Rick. I was here for you.
Turns around.
Rick's a bigger main character than Kip is at this point.
I was gonna go looking for some scraps. You want to come with?
It just kind of like walks over to you, sits on your foot.
All right, let's
I'd
go.
love to. This entire episode should Kip should just stay in the pool and like do nothing, and I'll still be here for that. But Rick goes on an adventure.
You just play as Rick forever now.
I'm gonna take Rick to find some scraps of food for us.
Food?
Wait, hold on. I get up out of the water, and I'm not wearing anything, of course, as usual. This is not surprising anybody. And I go, I need to eat too. I'd like to join you in searching for scraps in the junkyard, if that's okay.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Great.
Taco guy.
I found some good worms there before. What? How poor are we?
You're not that poor.
I'll bring a shovel so we can
own
dig
an
up animals.
apartment building.
I have a certain lifestyle that I'm accustomed to.
And I am not homeless, but I live very much like one. All right, I'll throw on some pants and you know,
That's it.
yeah, no shoes or anything, just pants. They're like leather pants though, so since I'm like wet from the gross pool water, it takes a
7 years.
long time and it's really uncomfortable for everybody involved. Even Rick kind of like
Rick just kind of walks downstairs.
it's like every morning with this guy.
All right. So I want to say, Zed, you're freshened up. Everybody's kind of doing their thing. Yeah, I want to say you're freshened up at least by now.
Cool. I would send a message to everybody saying, "Who's bored?" And then follow it up with Casper has a new job for us.
I want to just reply with a photo of me and Rick in a dumpster.
Yeah, and Kip's like this.
You couldn't zip up your pants. So
Yeah.
Your pants are on, but just everything's king of the dumpster.
We're filthy.
It would be a little while and I would say, "When do you think you'll be back?"
Never. Wait, we reply never first, and then there's that ... where we're like thinking of what we're typing next. We're like, we'll be back in like 10 minutes.
We're just finishing up breakfast.
Just finishing it. Taco guy's upset.
Upset. Well, I'll tell everybody to meet up at the helipad that we now have on top of our building. In 30 minutes.
Alrighty, just to keep this going along. Unless, do you want 30 minutes of dumpster escapades?
Oh, dear God, no.
No, we'll say we found food and go.
I want to say,
still got some juice.
oh Jesus! Good night, everybody. And I want to say an hour goes by. It takes them longer than they think to get back. They found a really interesting screw. They were trying to find what it goes to, and they just couldn't for the longest time. They swore it was something, but they just couldn't find it out. That screw's gonna be like the thing that puts the tank together in the final season.
Yeah.
But yeah, you all meet up at the helipad.
Okay. Once everybody kind of like starts to converge, I'm going to message Casper, I guess, and say, "Hey, about that helicopter," smiley face and a ghost emoji.
It's a different ghost emoji though, because he has proprietary ghost emojis. So yours is like the iPhone default one, but his is like he just sends a thumbs up.
Cool. I will send everyone, the email, which I guess I can just send to everyone.
I could just read it out loud too, so the people at home know what it says.
Pretend that well, I can read it out loud because I'll read it out loud.
I'm going to
So we got an email from Casper. Well, I got an email from Casper. that he wishes us a happy new year. To, I quote, we hope you are enjoying / benefiting / appreciating the new safety features in the apartment. I would like to update you with a little high-rise adventure results. It has been settled out of court. You're welcome. So that's good. Apparently we need to repay some favors. He's got a job for us. It's paying. Apparently it is somewhat dangerous because he does mention not wanting us to risk our life for free. It's somewhere in the Rockwell PMC. Well, no, we're going there. We're gonna go meet. He's gonna tell us more about it, apparently. There's a helicopter, and I'll just point to where I assume the helicopter is.
It's not there yet. It takes a while.
Coming for us eventually.
I'm still looking up
Start
like I'm
looking.
expecting it though.
You get a text
It's
back
on
that
its way.
says ETA, and it's kind of like DoorDash, where they show you the logo of the car coming, and it's like on its way, and it says we'll be here in like 20 minutes.
Oh, Lux goes and changes then. She didn't know what she needed to dress for, so she's going back to adjust.
I should probably I should probably put more on than just leather pants that don't fit.
Wet leather pants.
Wet leather.
Yuck.
Might want to
wetter
shower
now.
too.
They're like weirdly wetter now.
Oh.
I'm
Moist boy.
gonna take the screws that we found and put them in a jar full of just other screws and bolts.
If we could tell the
Yeah,
difference.
it's like
between-
it's next to 6 other jars that are full of screws.
Yep.
This is your
Is Rick
thing
coming
now.
with us on this mission? Rick, were you gonna come with us?
Rick just kind of looks at you and goes, walks down the stairs and back into the house.
I can't handle this guy anymore. I gotta move out.
On his way out, he looks over at Lux and Zed and just goes, "Eh." Then just kind of walks down the stairs.
I really gotta know what.
We're like best friends now.
I like
That's
best
all
friends
you need
now.
to know.
Yeah.
We're best
You may have
friends.
been drunk, but you let us take Rick.
Kip wasn't drunk. He was super high on Dwarf.
Oh, right. You may have been incoherent, but you let us take Rick.
That's weird because I'm already super high on Dwarf right now.
Whoa, man.
Good.
What is the
Whoa, man,
temperature?
me.
What?
Temperature, I want to say it's probably like the 50s, which is chilly for California.
It never. This is California. Has it been California the whole time?
Night City is in California.
Is it always California?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
It's
Is
like
this
northern.
just like the
it's,
video game.
It's mid. Just like the video game. It's like it's a mega city that kind of spawns from like the Bay Area to about mid California.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
huge city. Like it's a mega city, so it's gigantic.
I like kind of knew this, but at the same time, I don't know. I think I forgot it temporarily. Okay. Anyway, what year is it though?
2022.
Yeah.
241. So I guess after a bit the helicopter does come, you all get ready and everything, and it starts to take you back to Rockwell PMC, which all of you are familiar with actually, because it's the first stop that when you got rescued from the high-rise, that's where they took you. So it's the same building that Casper works in. That Suki at least was being detained in. You aren't. It's been a couple of weeks, so you aren't sure what that situation is anymore. And you arrive, and Casper's standing there, and he's chatting it up with this kind of like, it's a guy wearing like a really nice business suit, but you can tell by his stature that he's more of a military type than a business type. And Casper kind of like waves to you all and tells you to come on over.
I will lead the charge to the good man.
To the and you walk down the like white halls of Rockwell PMC, and Casper just kind of goes, hello, greetings everyone. I want you to meet your handler for this upcoming session that I'm sure you've all read that I pitched to you. Zed, you detailed the information to everyone, I'm assuming?
Well, I mean, there was not a whole lot of detail to impart.
Correct, yes. Basically, you are going to be working for OTEC for a little bit here on a private military contract. I'll let my friend here kind of explain the rest. Everyone, this is military group commander Frank Hiraga. And Frank kind of like looks at all of you, and he like, you can tell he's trying not to laugh a little bit, but he just kind of looks at you and he says, "So these are the edge runners that'll be helping us with this mission today." Casper just kind of goes, "Yep, these are the ones." And do you remember that high-rise thing around Christmas? And he goes, "Oh, that was you. Okay, this should be perfectly set for you. Come with me. We'll take a Militech copter to the destination, and I can explain along the way." And he kind of puts his arms behind his back and starts to walk towards Rockwell PMC's like other deck for helicopters and stuff like that. And Casper just kind of he stands there and he goes, "You could trust Frank. He's a good guy. If you have any questions before you head out, I can answer them, but otherwise I'm sure Frank will get you detailed on everything that's about to happen."
So we're working for a corpo and a Militech guy?
I mean, yes. Militech is currently being contracted out by OTech. And Militech is also contracting me to find edge runners like you to work for them. So kind of a long stream of people working for people.
No.
Yep, that's how this city works. Nobody actually is an independent contractor. Well, everyone isn't. Everyone works for someone.
Kip worked for Militech in the first corpo.
I didn't.
I
didn't.
know.
I work for myself.
Very good.
Well, Jason, you are one of very lucky few.
Yeah.
Somewhat lucky few.
Lucky, yeah, yep.
I
Yep.
lost both my arm and my head in that war.
Well, not your head. You lost a lot of the skin on
I
your
had
face.
my
and
head
stuff.
got removed.
And your skull a
And they
little
gave
bit.
me
Yeah.
a different head.
A whole head.
A new head, a better head. Emma, you raise your hand.
Yes. Lux is gonna say, how much are we getting paid for this?
I believe it's something along the lines of the thousands range. I know Frank would know for sure. This
Each?
is yes.
Just
this is
$1,000 between the four of us.
yeah.
Like $200.
Okay, I'm being paid
This
for it.
is,
There's five.
as far as I understand, this mission that Frank is about to ask for your assistance on is something a bit more like a testing kind of ground, and they're going to pay you in more than just eddies. There's a bit of a training session that goes into what you're about to do, and they're going to actually pay you in something with like training and money and maybe some cyberware or something to help you do the job that's about to come.
What about
Um,
guns?
I mean, they're Militech. They'll probably give you what you need for your missions and everything. So I'm sure you can request something and they might have it, but they are a weapons manufacturer and private military corporation, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Cool. She leaves.
All right.
What's their food budget?
I mean,
Yeah, we're getting catering.
maybe. I don't want to make promises I can't fulfill. So that sounds
Wow.
like a Frank question to me. If I'm to be perfectly honest, he looks a little like, really?
Is there gonna be a buffet? Is Old Country Buffet still around in 2022?
Zed, it's always a pleasure seeing you. He kind of like pats you on the shoulder, and
It's
he
New
kind
Country
of turns
Buffet.
to leave.
Oh, before you go, how's Suki doing?
He kind of goes like and tells you to kind of come over to the side a little bit so he could talk to you about Suki.
Okay.
So remember around Christmas how we needed to work out a situation to get the heat off of you for the high-rise incident?
Yes.
Essentially, I mean, we're a private military corporation and we have no legal backing to detain somebody against their will. So essentially the idea is via some, you know, trading and dealing.
Where is she?
She's currently being held by the police for, essentially, she broke a lot of laws and she was the fall guy that ended up getting you off the hook. But now she's being detained by an actual police force. So that's legal. It's not as illegal as what we were doing.
All right.
She's fine. he has to think for a second to say what word. Fine, good, okay. Is there anything else I can help you with before you head off with Frank?
Yeah, what who is this? Who
Frank
are
is
we just going away with?
He's the military group commander for Militech. Essentially, you're going to be doing a very official mission for OTEC and Militech. And he's kind of the guy in charge of actual like, all I am is somebody who finds people for him. He's the one that actually assigns people on missions.
So you've worked with him before?
Oh yes, I've worked with Frank a lot. He's a solid guy. He's been with the company forever.
All right.
I wish you the best. And he kind of starts to head back over to his office.